Hey guys, time for another updated fan tour. I almost split this into two tours because I switched two fans and I was like, no, it's kind of silly for me to make it two tours if it doesn't need to be. So we're in the ground level, and this is one of the ones I changed. I put my childhood gold line in the kitchen, which, as I've talked about at length, it was in my aunt and uncle's kitchen as a kid. So there's some nostalgia there, although their kitchen was very different. This is kind of a very traditionally laid out kitchen for a house that has a dinette, and theirs was very different. The kitchen was kind of like a little cubby off the family room, and then there was a separate dining room, and the fan was like kind of close halfway between the kitchen and the family room, but still technically in the kitchen. It was a weird setup, and I wish there was still a fan there. I'd do a sighting video. They switched it to an Incon Casanova Hugger at some point, and then switched it to no fan. So let's do this one first. Whoops, wrong button. Medium and high. Good old Columbia 500. Medium. So here's another question, because you guys, I've been trying to do good about the request about doing the floors with the new fans first, and then I've also been trying to do good about talking more about childhood stories. When I do my house tours, if it's an update tour, do you want me to show all the lighting too, or you would just assume that people will get that from other videos? High. Low. We'll hit demo mode, which will take it to low. Medium. And high. And then I currently have this on the 4-speed wall control because the solid state was noisy. But this is the low, and that's too. I would like a slower low. So we'll see if I keep this off, do something else for the speed control. And there's the 4-speed. Here's the other controls. I haven't cleaned up my mess from last night yet. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep it here. I like it here, and it gives me childhood, but it just doesn't go quite as well in the kitchen. But we'll see. I do like the idea of having an industrial in the house besides the laundry room. Medium low. Medium high. High. Okay. Off, off, off. And I did this one last because we know this is going to be last. Anyways, I should have done it first. I don't know why I wasn't thinking properly. I mean, it's not going to make a big difference. We're talking. Oh, I got to do it again because I guess I did this the wrong way. Okay, so let's start them up again. Sorry, my fault. Okay. So let's do off on the Columbia first, because we know that'll be forever. Off, off, off. As you'll notice, I still haven't tightened that light. Is this off this time? No, did I do it wrong again? Which way is off on this? It's backwards from a normal control. That's why I'm confused. Okay, one more pass. Sorry. I'm not even going to worry about doing this one again because we know this is going to be the longest one. I mean, there's no way in the world. Actually, nah. I mean, how could a 36-inch gold line? No, it's not going to be. Okay. So off, off, off. So I'm guessing the rundown's going to be between these two because normally whatever's in this position seems to be first. That's second. And it's almost like neck and neck with the World's Fair. But let's see. Because this does seem to have good bearings. If this beats the Fasco by a considerable margin, then I guess we'll have to try it against the Columbia, but I doubt it will. This actually, I've talked about this before. It has an aluminum motor, but it actually was labeled Envirofan, had an Envirofan control. And I took the label off when I was a kid. Okay, so they're very close, but it was Air Shadow, then Fasco, then Goldline. Oops, tripped over the Halloween candy. We're giving out now and laters. Okay. So I did a bad job of talking about my childhood fan this up there, although the only one that's a childhood fan is the Goldline. I've talked about that a lot in my uncle's kitchen, so I guess I did okay. Talked about these a lot. Never saw this version as a kid, but I saw the spinner motor version and the 52-inch version. I'm trying to think of when I first saw the 38-inch version with the flywheel. I don't remember. And so here's the new edition. We'll reverse it for the sake of the video. We can't do medium, it's resonant. So, this is here because it was requested. It's not staying, and as soon as I finish this video, it's coming down. It does look cool here. I mean, there's just something about a Slimline. They're not one of my favorite fans, but it seems like they look cool everywhere. I mean, they're just so deliciously vintage with the squared blades and the squared blade brackets and the fat switch housing and the bell canopy and the cast motor. I mean, they look like they'd kind of be at home in any 50s to 80s, style. They fit in with the MCM. They fit in with the 70s vintage. They just fit. That's why I liked it in the kitchen so much. And I actually really like it here. It's just not going to stay. Among other reasons, because I have better options and because it doesn't play well with the learning remote. And, yeah. But it looks cool. Swag kit off to one side, which I don't think I've ever seen with a Slimline before. So we got to go straight to high because of resonantness. off, off. Oh, well, I forgot to do this one. But that's good. I should have done that one first, just like upstairs. Come on. But we know that one's going to be forever. So, I think this is going to stop first. Because that still looks like it's going. So, Slimlines, I talked in the video last night about how they are childhood fans. Not this exact version until I was a little older, like middle school, but the 52-inch version from my very early days. And I'm trying to think about where I first saw the small ones. I'm not positive. I think it was through a window in a neighbor's house. Oh, okay. Homestead first, then Slimline. You know, I wonder if the Slimline Slim Down is longer than it was in the test video. Like, not the test video from last night, but the video I put up with comparing the spin downs. Because it ran in the kitchen for so long, it might have freed up the bearings. Okay, let's put things back the way they go. Oop, yeah, well, that's good enough. I need to do that anyways. That'll be a while, we know. Sonnet-Air, I've talked at great length about how there was one in the mini golf cafeteria, and it was... So, I had a very long list of fans that I wanted so badly when I was a kid. Most of them I saw once and never saw again. Terra, Ornate Fasco, Verandah Friction Drive, Dayton Lasco, Sonnet-Air. And then I gradually found a lot of them, but some of them took longer than others. Some of them I still haven't found. Sonnet-Air is definitely one of the tops. It took a long time to find one. I didn't find one until I was, you know, dealing with other collectors. Okay, medium. Just doing roulette here. I don't know which is which. Medium. 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 Did I not turn on both lights? I guess I didn't. High. 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 So I haven't done much talk about the childhood fans in here. We've talked at great length about gold lines. I never saw a white 36-inch as a kid. The brown 36-inch in my uncle's kitchen, white 56-inch were everywhere. And then brown 56-inch were in a few select places. Really only two that I can think of off the top of my head. Really only one that I can think of off the top of my head right now, which was that clubhouse at the golf course where my parents used to vote. I think that's the only place. I'm trying to think. There had to have been another one I saw as a kid as a brown 56-inch. I'm just blanking. Never saw white 36-inch. Never saw 48-inch until I became a collector. Never saw anything like this until I became a collector. Never saw anything like those until I became a collector. I take that back. There was a restaurant downtown that had a 4 wood blade brass one in the window that I thought was really cool, and I never knew what it was until I became a collector. Never saw a Strato-Fan until I became a collector. The 56-inch CECs were in that gift shop. I've talked about that at length. And I still want one that's still high on my list of fans I haven't found yet. Although I have Rob and Andrew to thank for the 36. I'm very grateful because it's, you know, close to an important childhood fan. So let's turn on the fountains and things. I haven't been down here yet today. Let's get these going. I saw the oil. Really, it's still flickering. So where's my Whipfully cup? These ones over here run out of water faster because of the water heater. It gets hot. Okay, that stopped. Sorry for the jerky video trying to do this. Like I said, I haven't been down here yet today. There's me. Hi, me. Isn't that a handsome fellow right there? Look at him. He's got a shirt of himself and everything. He stopped. Stopped. I'm not doing a good job of showing the slimline here. We're multitasking. Not slimline. What am I talking about? Spin down here. We're multitasking. Trying to get these videos. Fountains. You can tell I've had a long week. And it's only Wednesday. Evergo's still going. It's hard to do one-handed. Okay, everything stopped, but I'm going to finish this so I can turn these on. I'm always scared I'm going to accidentally put water in the oil lamps, but I haven't done it yet. So I try to do this once a day because if I don't run these at least once a day, it seems like they fail at a higher rate. Haven't run these in a while, might as well run them. 1. 2. Oh, I forgot about those 2 big ones back there. I gotta put water in those. And 3. Run this. We haven't run this in a while. I just keep those set to low and turn them off with the thermostat. It's really hard to do one-handed. Okay, well at least now all those are going. And let's put the fans back. Low, which one is that? Ah, Strato-Fan. Low, which one's that? Evergo. Low, CEC. Low, Mini Gold Line. And then last is the View Fan. Oh, I must have bumped these to come on. I didn't intend to do that, but there you go. Okay, let's continue. Come on. Bye, Slimline. This is the last time we'll see you there. Oh, forgot to put these back. I'm doing a bad job at putting stuff back. You can see my mind is not there today. It's just a lot going on. Not including sleep. Okay, so out here, there's the Nutone and the, let's go to medium. These generally don't need to run on anything higher than low in the winter. They're mostly to keep the moisture out during the summer. And spring. I suppose if snow melts, then might be a similar concern. High. I need to take those speakers to storage. I keep forgetting to do that. Off. So we know this will be here a while. Let's go get the blender fan, I guess. Forgot to put my shoes on, so I'm only going to walk this far. You're going to tell me that doesn't look like a blender with blades stuck on the bottom. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think the garage might be my favorite install in the whole house. I just love the 3-blade blender fan. I think it looks perfect there. And then while I don't particularly love these Nutones, I think it's just a really cool option for here. Just something you don't see every day. That's quite random. Vintage, hard to find. Okay, you know what? We're not going to wait for that whole spin down today. I've got a spin down video that shows you the longest spin downs. It's cold in the garage, and yeah, we're not going to do whole spin downs on the longest ones today. I didn't do the Sonnet-Air, and yeah, because we know the longest ones. There's a spin down video. Those are not likely to change. I guess I'll just leave that to high. Controls definitely backwards from what I'm used to. Okay. Why did I do that? Low. Low. Already on low. Let's see what's going on in here. That looks like low. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
How you feeling?
I feel sick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's your fault.
Yes. Definitely. So let's go to medium. Medium low. I'll do like a half of a turn. You want to hit medium for me? Okay. Let's go medium high. Oops, wrong way, medium high. 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 You hit high for me, baby?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Who else would I be asking?
I said hi because you said hi like 4 times.
Oh.
So I said hi.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
I thought you said who or something. I don't know what I thought you said. My brain doesn't work today. Okay, so everything's on high. I'm going to stop this one first because we know that's got the longest spin down. Hit stop on yours anytime. So even though I let this run a week, it still seems to stop first. So again, talking about childhood fans, these I first saw in a showroom in the 90s, and I thought they were just the coolest thing. They were like a modernized blender fan. Wanted one super bad. These I've talked about at length because these were one of my top childhood fans along with Terras and other things. The only difference is they're more common in the Midwest. Yeah, lots of places had these. Restaurants and stores, and just I don't think I ever saw this version as a kid. But this is a particularly cool version. Same with these. These were everywhere when I was a kid. I talked about the appliance shop that had one. I talked about the clothing store that had one. Okay, we just stopped here.
So it's still going.
Yeah, that's usually the third one to stop if memory serves. It's usually...
Good or bad?
What?
That good or bad?
What do you mean?
Which one's better if it stops sooner or later?
Well, so... Soonest is generally not a good thing because it can mean that the bearings are stiff. But sometimes the one that stops the longest isn't the best either, because if a fan has really heavy blades, it'll have a lot of momentum, so it'll
Swing off the ceiling.
no, it'll take a long time to stop. But if it has really heavy blades, then the motor's working harder than it needs to, and it doesn't move as much air as it could.
It falls off the ceiling
No.
onto the bed. That's something I think about sometimes.
Oh, well, okay. Hasn't happened yet. I mean, there's always hoping. That one stopped, and that one just now stopped. Yeah, so generally speaking, the fans that take the longest to spin down, usually there's something that makes them less of an efficient fan than if they didn't take that long. But, what'd you say? Thank you. I look cute every day.
That's true.
Yes. Oops. You can turn it back on high or medium or low or whatever you want whenever you want. Love you too. So, yeah, that's a good question though, because yeah, generally speaking, if a fan stops really soon, it's because the bearings are stiff, and that's not good. If it takes forever, it's usually because the blades are super heavy, and that's not good. But let's just think about it. So, this is a good quality fan. The bearings are in fine shape, and it doesn't stop soon. It doesn't stop. You know, this is a good quality fan. The bearings are in fine shape, and it stops in the middle. This is a good quality fan, but it has steel blades, and that's part of why it takes so long. So, you know, I mean, I don't know that this would be any better with aluminum blades, given how small they are and how fast the motors go, but it's possible. No, that's the one in the bathroom. The one in your room stops first, and it's because I put new bearings in it, and so the bearings are stiffer than a fan that's been run for years. Could also be because those blades are really steeply pitched, and so that's a lot of wind resistance. But it's all the fans up here are good fans, so there's really no way to judge better or worse based on their performance. In the living room, the one that stops last is the big fancy one, and that definitely has blades that are heavier than they need to be. In the downstairs, the one that stops first is one that has bad bearings. So that's, you know, the reason there. And the one that stops last is a perfectly good fan, and there's nothing that I can think of that would be better about it. Okay. Well, I'm done with the tour for today. I'm going to swap the fan in Abby's room and then do another tour today or tomorrow. Thanks for watching.